Hello, welcome to an episode of We Wish We Knew It. And today's focus topic is on Just Do It. Nydia, what's your feelings on getting things, just doing something?
Yeah, I think it's important to just get up and do what you enjoy and love to do. When I was younger, it was just about get up and go to work, find some work, and that was it. But there's more than just getting up and going to work. Nobody wants to do that. But if you can find something that you enjoy doing, um, go for it. Don't hold back.
What do you think about the 90s with the Nike advertisement of just do it? Uh, is, I mean, if you think about it, going to work was just doing something.
Yeah, but that's not really. Yeah, I mean, going to work is fine, but it's just no. You will not be happy at the end of the day. I'm telling you, you will not be happy if you just go to work and go along. It's really important to find what you enjoy, um, because no matter which way, if you do work or if you choose something that you enjoy, you will have issues or problems, and that's fine. But I rather deal with something that I enjoy and love and put up with some of that stuff than when you're at work and it just gets tiring, it gets old, and it just doesn't feel good.
So, what you're telling me is, yes, just do it is a portion of it, but it's honing in on something that you love to do, something that's in your heart.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be because, um, I've taken several jobs throughout my time, and it's just after a while you do them, you just don't enjoy them. And if you can put your time and you think you can't do something, don't think that way. You can do it, even if some things don't even take a lot of money. You'd be surprised what you can do with very little money. And if you could put that time into it, just a little bit at a time, and spend the time that way, it will help you. It will. You will find out that even doing it a little bit, somebody may recommend you and say, "Hey, can you help me out here?" Because they know that you do it, and from that person, they'll go to another person, to you can do what you want to do. It's just putting the time in.
So, give me an example of something if you could go back in time, that you would have put more time in, having the knowledge you have now.
I probably would have put more time into my photography back then. And I wasn't even doing it back then. Actually, I never even thought about it. I love to fool around a little bit with it, and I eventually got my photography degree later on in life, and I did pursue and continue with photography, and but it's a very competitive, and now it's even more competitive with everybody. Everybody can do it on their phone. But I think if I would have spent more time on it, I think it would have been better for me. At that time, I would have had more energy. So don't wait at my age. Do it when you're younger.
Well, so it sounds like, from my standpoint, if I recap, is doing something but finding out what you really love to do.
I it's your time well spent on better than what you. I mean, don't you think so? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, when I look back and I was younger, there was so many things I wanted to do. It was like being in a candy store when coming out of a teenager. Um, you could be this or that. I could be a doctor, a lawyer, a police officer, someone in the military, health. And the question is, it was just like, and what do you want to be? And then the next thing you know is I don't know if it's, you just fall into things. It's not like I thought about what I was going to be. It was just like I just did the things I had to do kind of to survive. That's what my parents did to survive. It wasn't, what am I going to be when I grow up? I remember that when I was in elementary school, but, just having that energy to apply towards something. And I just kind of stumbled along and figured it out as I was getting older. It wasn't like anyone sat down and taught us,
Yeah, but if you have or you don't know, pick something, but pick the one that you really like.
Yeah.
If you're choosing between, should I be a police officer? Should I be go to college? Should I, whatever that is, all the choices, pick the one you want the most. And if something that you don't see, that, maybe, they don't have it out there, then do it, create it yourself. I think that's the best way to go about it. Create it yourself and put that time into yourself. And, most people think that it takes too much, but it does, but it doesn't at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, along our journey, like, the person we met in La Venta that helped us out. I was shocked. A surfboarder, who loves going down to Mexico to surf, ends up becoming a realtor, and makes good money, but it's because of he's doing real estate in an area that he loves to surf. He just fell in love with that one little area. And if you think about it, I mean, if I was younger, my parents would have told me, you're out of your mind, I'm not helping you go surfing. And, and then you realize some of these people, it's just like they stumble upon, because they're just doing what they love, they stumble upon a way to just make that money that they need to live a good life and to continue with what they love to do. But we weren't really taught like this when we were kids. It was just do what your parents did, and not just being frivolous with your time, going off and having these wild adventures.
Well, it's just focusing your time on what you enjoy to do.
Yeah.
And, sometimes we think we don't have that money, or we don't have that ability to do it. But you can do it. You can go out there and do it, and off of your, maybe you work, and just at least spend some time. Don't forget about the things that you do love. And back then, I don't know, it's different for every person, but back when I was younger, it was just go out, work, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish I knew to spend more time on the things that I did enjoy and love, instead of spending my time just on work. I think, it would have provided me a little bit more opportunities to really enjoy and open other doors.
Yeah.
So
I agree from that standpoint. I know what I have learned being older is do the things you love, and figure out as you're doing them how to make a living that surrounds the things that you love. And this way, through life, you're just doing what you love to do, because it's incorporated in with your work to support it. And I think the quicker you can find that, the better off you are.
I think so. And try not. I know we all have distractions and things like that. Try not let distractions or negative thoughts come your way. Keep your eyes, like they say, on the prize, and you will go further. Because I think that's a lot of wasteful time.
Yeah.
That sometimes we don't realize it when we're in it. And now that you're older, it's like, why did I do that? Definitely make use of your time.
Yeah. And I think this is probably a good place to leave off. I think we've come to an agreement. And I will say we've had many conversations over this. So I think we should leave it off with just do the things that you love. And if you don't know what you love, find it as quick as possible. And don't worry about the economics around it. As you're doing what you love, start thinking about all the different ways you can make a living around it so you can incorporate it in your life. And but stay focused on it and just do it. And I think from that standpoint, Nike might have had it right in the 90s. Just do it. And I just wish I knew at that time to do it, but do what you love to do. Not just do it.
Yes, I agree.
They just missed the other little piece. With that, I would like to say farewell until our next conversation and of I Wish We Knew.
Thank you for listening to us. Bye.